AI deepfake video, or several even of them apparently, that are being distributed on Twitter and other platforms. Probably if you search for it in Google, you will find it. For me, it's not that interesting to see a fake nude AI that I didn't Google it or I didn't go search for it, but it makes something apparent that I wanted to talk about. First of all, I don't think that I think she did it on purpose. I think it was her. I don't think or someone from her team. I think it was a purposeful leak, and I think it was a purposeful leak because she's insanely desperate for attention. I don't think there's anybody out there more that has more need for attention than Bobby Althoff. I think she's absolutely desperate for that attention, and she even ruined her marriage to Corey Althoff based on that need for attention. So um, it's interesting how people have these needs for money and fame and whatnot, and thereby give up perfectly good other things. And she even said, in her Instagram, she said like, "Oh, he's such a great husband, or he was just a great father, or something like that. If he was such a great father, why would you create problems in such a way that you would divorce him?" Um, it's it's um it's really weird, but in any case, I don't think. Plus, I don't think. I think it's kind of obvious her taking the child to interviews, uh, mm, and the kind of people she's interviewing shows that she has no style, no flair, no, yeah, no style basically, and she lacks eloquence. She's a very simple girl, and um, so but what is more interesting here is that whether she did it on purpose or um, whether she did it on purpose or whether it was by somebody else, it doesn't matter. What's interesting here is that it's one of the first viral news that everybody knows the Tom Cruise deep fake by now, and the Jason Statham deep fake, but not a lot of people know um it's it in a kind of like a real life situation where a normal person reached kind of almost stardom and in a very short period of time, and now these things come out, and we don't know what kind of effect it will have on other things like politics. uh this year, in the US, the um I'm mixing languages in my mind right now. I cannot figure out what's called in English. The presidential um run. I'm just gonna presidential run. We don't know whether there will be deep fakes. Um, and basically, what I'm trying to say is we are entering a new world. We're entering a completely new world, and it's going to get really crazy starting from this year. And I think Bobby Althoff's fake AI, where you don't even know that she did it, it's like the thing is you don't know what's real anymore and what isn't. And it doesn't matter whether you watch TV, whether you watch, Twitter or anything, or you read the news. You will never know anymore what is true and what is not, and that is really strange because we're easily manipulated into voting for someone or making up our minds about someone. And plus, also when you think about, legal issues, you can't, if you're in front of the judge, you if you have any kind of um, material that is trying to prove the case, you don't know if it was faked or not. Like if you have a video, you don't know if it was fake or not. It just doesn't work anymore. And most cameras, CCTV and stuff like that, they're high Tomash. Most fake most cameras that are CCTV are low resolution, so even then it's even harder. So we will not know what is real and what isn't. And while it's fun for entertainment value, I think it brings tremendous amounts of problems. I opened a music channel called James Steele Music, and I made a song in like 30 minutes with singing by just using text, uh, by using just, text description, and outputted a full French song. I made some slight changes, and yeah, and then you have AI art, and which I think is great for. I think AI is fantastic for entertainment. Uh, Having some really great AI art and blow up and make it big and have it huge, and then put it in your, living room or something like that. I think that's really cool. But and then maybe even have like an OLED or something where you can change the art or something. That's really, really cool. But you know, but for everything else, it's going to be a disaster. And I think we are entering from 2024 now ongoing, we will enter a very strange time. Very, very, very strange. Yes, for entertainment it's fantastic. I enjoy it also very much. Even I give you the example. I have a lot of music ideas, but to be quite honest, I don't want to sit down and work on it for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. And it's and then to be maybe dissatisfied, I'd rather have an AI do it and then do small tweaks to it, and it can be very easily abused, correct? So, um, I think the the person that wants to stay sane, I think the person that wants to stay sane will have to go into nature and just leave society because it's going to get really crazy. And on social media, I see people. I even see in the on YouTube, but a lot of YouTube channels are now AI created, and they get very popular. And there's a huge problem that if you're very, very smart and you know graphics and you know all of this, you can guess what is AI and what isn't. So somebody's, for example, talking, like narrating a video, and you kind of know whether it's AI or not. But a lot of people don't because they don't have the feeling for it. So they push an AI video into it because 80% and 90%, maybe even more people don't recognize it, maybe 98%. They start to listen and like the video, and then it goes viral. So in the end, you're basically, as a person that is doesn't want to see AI videos, you're going to see so many AI videos because everybody else is pushing them into the algorithm. So so basically what I'm saying is we will be overrun by AI created videos, and they will lack soul, they will lack substance, they will lack deep understanding, like and deep they will be superficial, like reading a summary of a Wikipedia page. That's what it will be. The whole internet will be like a summary of one Wikipedia page per topic. It's a little bit like what happened with, instead of having, for example, blogs which explain to you in detail about chakras and these kind of things, you just have very, very basic yoga blogs just trying to farm clicks for revenues. And and that's going to be in every little category, in every single category. You're going to have these very boring AI videos all over the place. And that's weird. That's really weird. Like imagine, for example, I'm making a video right now, and like I'm streaming right now, and imagine 1,000 AI systems or maybe 100,000 AI systems streaming at the same time, and I'm a real human being, and I'm actually competing against those AI systems which are optimized for the stupid, viewership. So it's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be tough, I think, for everyone. And It's weird. It's definitely weird. So Bobby Althoff, I don't like her at all, by the way. She does these really boring podcasts with famous boring people, really boring famous people, and they're mostly rappers and it's totally stupid. And she fucked up her marriage, and now she now you have this AI deep fake videos about her being naked. But like I said, I think she did it on purpose. I think it wasn't somebody else. And why? And you know why it makes sense? Because if somebody would want to play that prank, they probably would make that prank on anybody else but Bobby Althoff. Bobby Althoff is such a bad target for that. So I think it was maybe a PR firm or somebody who wanted to push her into even more stardom because then everybody will talk about it. Like I'm talking about it now. Yeah, exactly. Are you really looking at me? It's you never know. Um So I just wanted to start this conversation because we're gonna have this more and more and more, and it will play also a spiritual role. Absolutely, it will play a role, and how we deal with with this new world. Because this year, starting from this year, it will go very fast, and changes will happen very fast, and it will be very weird. So I wanted to talk about this uh, because it's going to be more and more and more and more and more and more. It's basically this is just like the first story. I remember the first deepfakes were the Tom Cruise, then came the Jason Statham, and now we have Bobby Althoff, and soon we'll have everyone. Soon everyone will have deepfakes. Like every celebrity out there will have, nude deepfakes. You know how they started doing the Simpson porn cartoons? This is exactly what will happen to absolutely everyone out there. Absolutely, without any, nobody will be left out. And then you will have these teenagers with these AI systems, and they'll do one after the other just for fun and put it out on Twitter. So and this is something that I haven't talked about yet, because there is like this conservative America, because most of it is ruled by Christian countries, so Christian leaned or conservative countries. So you have North America, you have Europe, which try to keep people still in line, be like, this is not allowed online, 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 and if you still do it, you go to jail and stuff like that. But in the future, with AI and a decentralized web, like the combination of those two, and we're going more and more in the direction decentralization, then then think about all the AI and OnlyFans girls that cannot be stopped anymore. Because right now they're being stopped by by paywalls, by law that they cannot do this, cannot do that. The providers can do this, cannot do that. But in the future, they'll just do whatever they want with AI, and you'll have it in your face wherever you look. The internet will not be um a nice place anymore. It's like, and you can. This is something super interesting because at the very beginning of the internet was kind of like an interesting place. There was porn already, of course, and now it's like totally now it's like totally getting fucked up. And uh yeah, imagine for example, there's so many cases that are gonna happen that you can't even like figure out. But one of them, for example, imagine you're like at a workplace and a coworker doesn't like you and he just creates a deep fake eye of you fucking the boss or something. I don't know, whatever, and it just posts on Twitter or whatever. You, I mean, it's gonna be about literally. It's not gonna be fun being a celebrity in the future because it's going to be everywhere unless you really don't care. Um, Some of them might not care, some of them will. I think there will be also some suicides because of it. Could imagine when it's so good that people believe it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm just gonna put this out there and we'll see what happens.